Salam. Eh? Ya ake ciki? Ina. Um, Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Um, just give me a minute. Let's wait for people to join us. I don't know if you can see me. If you can see me kindly. Okay. Yeah, I can see your message. If you can see me, you can kindly just drop a message. Kindly drop a message if you can see me and if you can hear me. Okay, I can see Bashir 14s. Thank you for joining. We will start in maybe 2 minutes. You're welcome, Umar. You're welcome. So kindly exercise some patience. Let's wait for people to come on board. Hello, good evening. You're welcome, Mudassir. Kindly give us a few minutes for others to join. Okay. I don't know about the live. I just saw YouTube notifications. Oh, that's right. Kindly exercise some patience. We are starting by in the next 2 minutes. Inshallah, we are starting. In the meantime, let me call our guest to confirm if he is coming with us. Okay, I can see that people are coming. Yes, more people are joining. So we start in the next few minutes. We will start, inshallah, in the next 2 minutes. Assalamu alaikum. So I heard our guest is having difficulty joining. Let me try and accept his invitation. Just give me a few minutes. Let me confirm what's happening. Just give me a few minutes. Let me come. Okay, guys. Apologies. I went to fix some things. Yes, our guest is live.
Okay, so is my mic on?
Yes, it is. We can hear you.
Okay, brilliant.
So, Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Kano briefing. Tonight, we are going to have a slightly different conversation. We are not here to sell property, we are here to understand Kano. So, Kano has been a center of commerce for centuries. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just maybe drop a comment.
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you. So I was saying, Kano has been a center of commerce for centuries. It's Nigeria's center of commerce for a reason. But over the years, Kano has been changing. The population, the way people interact with each other, the trade, the city is expanding basically, and as such, housing needs are changing, infrastructure, almost everything is changing. So the question we are asking tonight is if the question we are asking tonight is where Kano is heading. What does that mean for investment, residence, and commerce? And we are to the question is to help us unpack that. And I will be joined, or I'm joined by the CEO of Hajaj Real Estate, Mr. Alhaji Jamil Abdusalam. Uh, so my first question will be, I think we need to understand where Kano came from before we talk about anything else. We need to understand where Kano come from, uh, what made Kano commercially relevant in the first place. We need to like have a little bit of history of Kano. So over to you, Chairman.
Okay, wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin wa maulana nabiyyina rasulina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وعلى آله وصحبه إلى يوم الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Hanif, thank you so much for giving me this honor, to finding me worthy of being invited to have this conversation, to talk about the opportunities we have in Kano. And going straight to the question, I feel Kano is one of the most remarkable cities ever existed. Because if you look at the ancient story of Kano, Kano has been in existence for over 1,000 years, and it is a city that is blessed with almost everything you could think about. We have the human capital, we have the resources, we have the intellectual capabilities, we have the trading, we have the land mass, we have literally everything you could think about in Kano. And one good thing that is so obvious to some of our audience that are in this forum to understand is when you go to the ancient cities of Arab, for example, you go to Saudi Arabia, you go to Egypt, you go to Yemen, you go to Libya, we have a lot of similarities in terms of how we do our trading and how we correlate on how we build our houses, because there is so much relationship between Kano and most of the ancient cities we have across the globe. Kano is blessed, as I said earlier. Now, in Nigeria, currently everyone is battling with lack of circulation of resources. Particularly in these days, there is no funds in circulation. People have been screaming because it is so obvious it's part of the economic indices where when contractors are paid, so the money sprinkled down to the last individual in the community. So unfortunately in Nigeria, for the past couple of years, uh, contractors have not been paid and there is no circulation of money in the society and all. People in any state except Lagos and Kano, you hear people screaming that there is no money. But in Kano, because chunk majority, I will tell you 80 to 90% of people are dependent on trading, on business, manufacturing, and all. So you cannot or you don't hear them screaming on lack of circulation of funds. Uh, the major players, the major guys in terms of the charts of the billionaires across the globe is Dangote and Abdel Samadu, the likes of A.E. Rano and all of that. All these people are from Kano. So Kano, it's really blessed. So I'm sure a lot of things will be unfold as we further have this conversation ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, uh, Chairman. So that is interesting, and I've understood that Kano's commercial strength was built around its strength. Sorry, it was built around its strength in connecting people, and as you rightly said, we share similarities with all these Arab countries, the sub-Saharan Africa, and all of that. So my next question is. Do you think the same characteristics, these same similarities still exist in Kano today?
Yes, they do. Now I'll give you an example. Um, Recently, just last week, we signed an agreement to start a project in Medina. Do you know what triggered that conversation? Now, I traveled to Saudi Arabia with an intention of purchasing a property for my family. My daughter is about to graduate, so I was thinking that I should purchase a property in Medina, whereby she could go there, make have a hadda of the Holy Quran, and of course proceed with her university in the University of Medina. So I was just having conversation with some of the real estate brokers, and what they were presenting to me was literally exactly like what we have here in Kano. So they were making the presentation while they're trying to convince me to choose on the from the available houses they have. Nukma, my mind has been already thinking about the gaps we have. So to some extent, Kano, in terms of the nature of housing and all of that, we have similarity with Saudi Arabia, but because they are so focused, they are intentional, that is why their infrastructural development is so advanced. But let me tell you one good thing. In Kano, you have a couple of gated estates in Kano. But in Saudi Arabia, I'm talking about Jeddah, Makkah, Medina, Riyadh. They don't have a gated community. You wouldn't go there and see an estate. They don't have an estate. All they have
Oh,
is Ungwani. You have a road, just the way you enter Tarauni, you have roads, you have houses and everything. But you wouldn't go there and open a gate where you see gated community with common facility and all of that. They don't have that in Saudi Arabia. And that is the gap we've seen. And that is why we choose to go into real estate in Saudi Arabia. And when we discuss with them that, look, we could bring this value, and they said, yes, this is something that they will really look forward to having. And before you know it, here we are signing an agreement. And Alhamdulillah, inshallah, in a couple of weeks to come, we're going to start a project in Saudi. So I feel Kano is coming up, even though when you compare Kano and other major cities, Kano is still lagging behind because there is no intentional developmental activities where we have a clear cut plan from point A to point B to point C to point D. We do not have that. And if you do not have a clear plan, it's going to be very difficult for you to project and have a very smooth development. But inshallah, we're hoping one day we're going to have government that is going to be that focused and have a clear plan of development, inshallah.
inshallah. And at this point, I would like to congratulate you
Over to you,
formally
Hanif.
and the entire Hajjaj family for the agreement, the partnership with Laura
Hello, is
Investment.
it my network that's having
Can you
issue
hear me?
or Hanif's?
Can you can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? If you can hear me, drop it in the
Hanif,
comment,
can you
please.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, okay. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. So
I I can hear you from this end. Oh, okay. So can we proceed? Hello, hello, sir.
okay, sound and clear.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, all
Hope
right.
to
So my next
have
question will be: Can you
you
hear me?
back.
Can you all hear Chairman? If you can hear him, kindly. Oh, we lost him. I think his network is maybe giving him issues. Uh, Let me see. Just exercise a little bit of patience. Let me see if I can get him back quickly. I think the network is a bit poor. I hope you people can hear me. Can you all hear me? Alaikum salam. You're welcome. Okay, but can you hear me? Me that I'm here. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I think his network is having issues. Um, just give me a moment. Let me make a phone call. Let me call him and just ask him to join the Wi-Fi over there. Okay, I think he's back. I think he's back. Maybe he had a network glitch. Okay, welcome back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, okay. So apologies, everyone. We had a bit of network challenge. So I was congratulating you on the partnership with Laura Investment and the Medina project.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So my next question will be, how much do you think Kano's economy has evolved in the next, over the past 10 to 20 years? What do you think has changed?
Okay. I would say there is so much change, and there is a rapid change, so to say. Uh, Maybe you need to mute yourself. The call,
Okay.
there is an echo there. So there is a rapid change because now, if you look at Kano, 1999, when we started democracy, and where Kano is today, I will tell you there is tremendous changes. There is a rapid development in terms of infrastructure, in terms of buildings, in terms of commercial viabilities. There are a lot of changes. Even though because of what I said earlier, Kano, there is no clear plan of development. So the development is just happening rapidly, and it is just going helter skelter. It is not conserved, and it is not tilted towards a particular direction. So when a development comes, it comes in any way, it comes in any angle. So you can't control it, and you don't know how it's going to evolve. But if there is a plan, a clear plan in Kano, the development is not going to be the way it is today. There is development, obviously. Now, let me give you an example, and I want to focus on real estate. Now, there is high level of urban migration into Kano, and that's a development. One, because of the peaceful coexistence in Kano, one. Second, because of the commercial viability we have in Kano. So everyone within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, within the neighboring African countries, all find Kano very attractive because of the commercial viability, because of the security. So that poses Kano in a situation that attracts high level of urban migration. Now, when you look at the south the northeast, Bauchi, Gombe, Maiduguri, Adamawa, Yobe, and if you look at the down northwest, Katsina, Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi, all these people, anybody that is making some level of money, the next thing he thinks about is migrating to Kano. So they all come down to Kano. So there is high level of urban migration. And unfortunately, because there is no clear developmental plan in Kano, so there is high level of saturation within the government reserved area. If you go to Nasarawa GRA, the likes of Nasarawa, Bompai, Railway, these are the GRAs we have in Kano. So you find out that people that have the money and they want to live within the GRA end up buying houses in GRA, and there is a limited resources of plots. So you find the developers demolition one house and building 10 houses on the same plot. So the city is saturated. And when you go to the new layout, government is trying to create new layout. So now you have a new layout because there is no developmental plan, no expansion plan. So you get to find out the local communities now will now cycle the layout. Now let me give you an instance. If you go to Dermanawa layout, ghetto and the small plus small houses have cycled Dermanawa. If you go to what do you call it? Badawa layout, you have Kao, you have Giginyu, all cycle Badawa layout. If you go to Mariri and Majalisu, so this is what is going on. So we feel Kano has evolved and is evolving. We need the government to understand this. We need people to understand this and have a very clear developmental path so that anybody that is coming in, there is a plan. So everybody will follow suit. So there is high level of urban migration. You go, everybody is coming to Kano. And I will tell you, after Lagos, even Abuja is not as expensive as Kano. Now, because I will tell you, you can sell one unit of house in Nasarawa GRA for around 500, 600, 700, or 1 billion and go to Abuja and buy a bigger house with that same amount. So Kano is evolving. I will tell you this for free.
Thank you very much, sir. So, talking about real estate, what do you think this growth mean for housing demand, and what kind of residential development do you think the city needs at the moment?
Okay, so what Kano needs, I always say this for the past 5 years, we need to have new Kano. This Kano that we have, the Nasarawa GRA, the Taro, Nuhu, Toro, Chicken Gari, we want one day when you're coming here, you should tell your children that I'm going to the old Kano. We want to have new Kano. Just like if you travel, go to Cairo, you have the old Cairo, you have the new Cairo, you have Madinati, you have October 6, you have a new capital city. This is what we need in Kano, whereby the government identify a mass land in thousands of hectares, well planned, well drainaged, with proper infrastructure, and build new Kano. This is what we need. And in that new city, everything should be planned, the kind of residence where we have bungalow marked in a particular place, we have the duplexes, we have the high rise. This is where the government is now going to change the narrative on how Kano should look like in the next couple of decades to come.
Thank you very much. And I would love to see this vision come into reality, inshallah.
Inshallah,
So,
inshallah.
my next question will be, what do you think people outside Kano, what do you think people outside Kano fundamentally misunderstand about the city's economy and the purchasing power?
Uh, well, I would say if you're not in Kano, you wouldn't know how blessed Kano is. We that are in Kano, we know the blessings around Kano.
Uh, I think Chairman's network is okay. His network is poor. Can you hear me, sir? We can't see you. We can't hear you. It must be a network issue. Apologies. Give me a minute. Let me try and figure out what the problem is.
Can you hear me? But I
We
can't
can
hear
hear you.
you. I can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can
We
you
can hear
talk?
you, sir.
Are you muted? Maybe you're
Yes.
muted. Can you talk? Can you unmute yourself?
No, I'm not muted. Can anybody
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you honestly.
Wow. Can anybody hear me? If you can hear me, kindly drop a comment.
Uh, okay.
You can. Okay. Can you? Okay. So I believe it is network still, right? Kindly exercise a little bit of patience as he tries to get back. This is the unfortunate situation we are in. You know, maybe it's due to the weather. We are having terrible network connections. Let me try contacting him. Okay, I think he's back somehow.
My my sincere apologies.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, what was your last question?
Can you come again?
What was your last question?
Okay, I was asking, what do you think people outside of Kano
Oh
fundamentally
yes,
misunderstand about?
yes. So yeah, because most of our main guys in Kano are traders, and of course you are in Nigeria, a heterogeneous state. A lot of people think because northerners do not so much go to school, so there is underration. So people in the down south underrates people in northern Nigeria and particularly in Kano. And that is why they think we are not where we are today. And that is why we always shock people that are not so much familiar with people from Kano. When you go out, you want to even date a girlfriend with a Kano guy, a typical Kano guy, you find it difficult to do that because we have so much liquidity. And as I said earlier, because we're mostly in trading, we do not rely so much on government. So there is so much cash flow. 4 years ago, I remember there was a time that Money Point declared daily transaction within just Kano, just daily volume of transaction of over 7 billion per day, just in Kano. This is just money point. And OPay declared around 9.5 billion daily. And I'm pretty sure today these numbers have doubled or tripled because of the volume of transaction. It is only in Kano that we get to see someone that you've never heard of, you've never seen, and you can easily disrespect, and that person is a billionaire. It's only in Kano you see that. You see someone sitting on billions of naira and he has never ever collected a bank loan. He doesn't even want to use a bank for any transaction. So, Kano, we are blessed with a lot of rich people, with a lot of great ideas, a lot of talent, and all. Just that the packaging and the media hype we have here in Kano, it is not the same as what we have in the likes of Abuja and Lagos, and that is where we are not still there at the global map. But Kano have wonderful people. Yeah.
Well, Kano has always been a trading city, which is why the purchasing power is definitely high.
Yeah.
So my next question will be, how do you see the future of commerce evolving, and what should the modern commercial Kano look like?
Well, the modern commercial Kano should look like New Cairo. It should look like Dubai. It should look like the current Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, because we have all it takes. We have the billionaires in Kano. We have people with taste. We have quite a lot of people with money, and we have the population. So I feel Kano should peg its standard to the likes of Dubai, to the likes of Riyadh, to the likes of Cairo. I feel the government could do that, and we are here being developers because we travel quite a lot and we see all of these things, and they are not rocket science. And we believe if the government can trust us, can identify us to do this, we can drive this and we can put Kano on the global map to compete with any city across the globe, particularly these cities we list. So I feel Kano has all the potential. All we need is just to unlock the potential and, of course, replace Kano on autopilot.
That's quite ambitious, but I
Yes,
believe it's very,
very.
very much possible. So my next question is, if someone is considering investing in Kano today, what indicators or fundamentals should they actually be paying attention to?
Uh, Real estate. One, if you're making an investment coming from investment banking, I would advise you look at the portfolio you're investing in and the portfolio with a minimum risk. So I think Kano, as it's evolving now, and what is driving the evolvement of Kano is real estate. There are buildings, construction going on everywhere. So anybody that is coming into Kano at this time and age, I think the major investment portfolio that has the very low risk appetite and that has very good high return on investment, taking all the indices for investment risk premium, risk-free rates, payback period, time value of money, and all of that. There is no investment that will come close to real estate in Kano right now. So I believe anybody that is coming into Kano for investment should consider investing in real estate.
Okay, fair enough. Before we round up, I would like you to talk about the Hajjaj Zoic digital market while we are still talking about real estate investment.
Okay. So Hajjaj Zoic digital market has so many things to talk about. I think it's very fair for you to give me like a talking point, which part of Ajad Zoic digital market would you want me to talk about? Is it part of the business viability? Is it part of the concept, how we started? Is it part of the investment portfolio? Is it part of the infrastructure we have there? What exactly would you want me to talk about?
Okay. First of all, I would like to know when you conceived the idea of the market, what problem were you trying to solve?
Okay, so for some of us on this forum, um, I'm pretty sure they understand that Kano, being a commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria, we are so opportune to have quite a number of markets here in Kano. And sadly, these markets, some are built to standard, but they are not operating to standard. Some are not built and not operated to standard. And for these reasons, a lot of these markets have a lot of issues of accessibility. They have a lot of issues of fire outbreak. And we've witnessed this time and time and time again in Kano. So we believe nobody is going to come down to Kano and change this narrative except us that are from Kano and are living in Kano. So we, myself and my team, sat down to think about this, that, okay, let's build a market, but let's build a market that has not been built in Kano. So Kano was our yardstick from the beginning, that, okay, let's do something that is not in existence in Kano. So when we decided that, okay, we're building a market and we're building a market with very good accessibility, with a curtailing measures for fire outbreak, with very good storage system. So that's how we moved to starting the project. And when we went to commence the project, everything changed. So when we understand that the standard is not within Kano, we now started pegging our standard to international standard, because what we have in the market cannot be compared to any market. And I can say this for free, and I can beat my chest to say this anywhere. There is no market in the entirety of Nigeria that is built to the standard of Hajazwag digital market. Why? Because one, the market has a very clear access for pedestrians, a very clear access for vehicles. It has a very good provision for parking, underground parking that is going to house at least 500 cars. It has provision for underground basement storage system that is going to house quite a number, hundreds of 40-foot containers. We have firefighting system. We have over 12 uh, um, um, reservoir that is around 15,000 liters. We have one underground reservoir with over 45 liters, all with intention to curb fire outbreak when it comes. In the underground, we have a sprinkler system for firefighting. Now, we have a dedicated room, control room for CCTV cameras, so we have cameras all over the market. We're going to run the market off grid with 24-hour solar power lights. We're going to have fiber optic cable for internet. Whether you own a shop there, where you there, you're a customer, whether you are even a passerby, you can have access to internet when you come around the market. So this, we beat our chest and say we have the best structure of market ever existed in Nigeria.
Wow, that is absolutely massive.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Um, so I would like to take a question from one of the audience before we proceed. We are about to round up. We have just about maybe 5 minutes. So this Mudassir is saying, what was your biggest turning point? What decision changed your journey, and what lesson did you learn from it? What advice would you give young entrepreneurs, and what should we never give up on?
So, can you take one after the other?
Okay, he said, what was your biggest turning point? And okay,
My biggest turning point is patience, perseverance, hard working, sleepless night, working and believing in everything I put my hands on and never relent and never turn back. So I believe, and above all, I try to keep my integrity intact because you cannot go on a journey like this without having people asking about who you are before they could trust you with investments. So, what I would advise our young generation to really focus their attention on is three things. One, your integrity should never be in question, no matter what. Whenever your name is mentioned, people should say a good thing about your name. That is very, very, very important. Two, hard work. You have to work hard without waiting for anybody to do it for you, without waiting for anybody's support. You have to keep working with or without anybody's support. And the last thing is believe in anything you want to do. Go out there, anything you believe in, just do it. Keep doing it. I'm sure the door will open one day, one time, inshallah.
thank you very much. And I have two final questions. The first is, you talked about Kano being, you talked about Kano earlier when I asked you what Kano should look like in the next 10 to 20 years. You said something in the lines of Kano being uh,
Dubai,
competing. Yes, yes, yes. I was
Madinati,
looking for
yes,
the word. Yes.
yes,
So,
yes,
what do you
yes.
think? What needs to happen for the government, private investors, businesses, and developers for Kano to realize that potential for Kano to reach that level? What do you think needs to
I
happen?
think just one thing needs to happen for the governor to accept the captainship. Once the governor accept to be the captain and drive this development, Kano can be the next Dubai in the next 10, 20 years, inshallah. We can do it, and it's very, very possible for us to do it. So all we want is for Kano State Governor to believe and accept that he is the captain of this journey, and we put the vision ahead of us and we push it. Inshallah, this is very possible.
Thank you, sir. And my final question is, if you could leave investors and business leaders with one thought about Kano's next chapter, what would it be?
Well, my advice to three people: one, to Kano State government. Kano State government should understand that Kano has the potential to grow even further and greater than Dubai because we have the population and we have the resources to do that. And we have a very good land, not like Saudi, not like Cairo, Egypt, and not like even UAE. Our land is fertile for everything that we want to do. This is one. So the government should understand that Kano is a nerve center of not just northern Nigeria, but of Nigeria. So everyone wants to come to Kano. So the government should make use of that opportunity and step up and drive Kano towards such development. Two, for developers, I know a lot of developers have started coming to Kano. Yes, Kano is the next place to be after Lagos and Abuja, and I'm sure they are coming. So we need to stop focusing on the government reserve area, trying to break one house and build 10 houses. We should believe in going out sketch Kano and driving these developments so that we can expand Kano. And for investors, I believe if you have money, bring it to Kano and invest in real estate portfolio. Uh, Hanif, remember our investors. I think for any of our investor that have invested in the last 12 months with us, with Hajjaj Real Estate, has recouped 100% return. For any investor that has invested in the last 12 months with us, has recouped 100% return on investment. So this is to tell you that Kano has the viability for investment, and anybody can come down to Kano for such an investment.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you
Alhamdulillah.
very, very much, sir, for joining us. Thank you very, very much. And inshallah, we hope to have maybe this webinar. We hope to have it recurring every month. We hope to have a session of such webinar, inshallah. Thank you for joining us.
And
We truly appreciate
I
it.
would advise also, and if maybe on our next episode, what we're going to talk about is starting real estate with zero capital, the strategy, the process, and the way to go about it. I think we should learn
Okay.
to talk about this and expose a lot of people to starting real estate in Kano. So maybe starting real estate with zero capital and the opportunities available.
This is well noted, and
Yeah.
inshallah, we will have this conversation next time. Thank you
Okay.
very
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
joining
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for joining. It's good to have you here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Th- Thank you so much. Thank you, Annie, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank, thank,
Thank you.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. All right, thank you everyone for coming, and we have come to the end of today's webinar. However, for those of you who would like to explore real estate investment opportunities in Kano, you could book a strategy session. Inshallah, we'll maybe have time to discuss maybe one on one. Thank you very, very much. May Allah bless you all. Thank you very much. And with that, I will end today's session. And I hope you will join us in the next session, which will be communicated, inshallah. Chama nebda? Okay.